As we all remember from the overhaul raid a long time ago now, the shining ray that is Mirio or Lemillion lost his quirk in order to protect Eri. A very dark moment for his character, but despite all of that, he remained strong in spirit. Ever since then, there has been a lot of speculations and discussions on whether Mirio will at some point get his quirk back. Even in the series, they have tried to find a way to get Eri's quirk on the right track, even resorting to Monoma's help, which is unfortunately did end up as a dud as well. However, ever since he lost his quirk, I've noticed something that I'm sure a lot of others have noticed as well. So I wanted to talk about it because it seems to have become something of a pattern, and patterns are good. That means something is going on, and in this particular case, this pattern happens to be Eri. She has the power to rewind, a quirk that no doubt has not yet shown its true potential due to her having no idea how to control it. But what I wanted to talk about today is something that's been going on with her body from time to time when we see her in the manga, and it seemingly started already around the time of the joint training arc between class 1A and 1B. If you pay really close attention to Eri's horn, you can see that it has definitely started to grow, and in some cases you'll even see comments from Deku pointing that out. Another clear example is during Christmas when we see Eri, and Deku's actually pointing out that her horn has grown once again. But oh, it doesn't stop there, because there's another and final time this has occurred, although only visually presented, when we see the double spread during the last arc, the Endeavor internship arc. We have a bunch of characters to look at, but if you look at Eri, which is on the second page of that spread, you'll see her horn pop, turning it bigger than before. Now, where am I going with this exactly? Well, I believe that there's a very strong possibility that this pattern is being as sharp as it is because of the upcoming war that we'll be getting soon in My Hero. I think this will all become much more clear as Eri's power reach a state where she'll need to relieve that power once again, and Mirio getting his quirk back has indeed been a topic that both fans have been talking about a lot, and it's even been mentioned within the series itself. I think that this will inevitably lead to Eri restoring Mirio's power back just in time for the war. This may of course seem very convenient and all, but make no mistake, I do not believe that the heroes would win just because Mirio get his quirk back. But I do think it will increase their odds of survival greatly if the big three assemble for this war. Three characters that are supposedly on the same level as top pro heroes, and if you ask me, as much as I love Tamaki and Nejire, I just don't think having just 2 out of 3 of them would feel the same way. So if they're going to come back for a big event such as that, it may as well be along with Mirio, and this build-up makes this all possible if Eri can channel that power within her horn onto Mirio and successfully restore his quirk again. Initially, I didn't really think this would be happening as soon, but with all of these hints and especially this pattern of Eri's horn growing, both visually presented and some mentions of it, my mind has pretty much changed altogether. Right now, I 100% believe that this is going to be happening. I could be wrong, of course. There's no hard evidence for this, especially not that the growth will touch upon Mirio's quirk returning, but it just feels like, at least to me, that if Eri is going to be using this power for anything, it will be Mirio's quirk, since that is something that's been talked about for like 2 years now. Of course, there's always the question of how will Eri suddenly know how to control her quirk to safely use it on someone without the risk of killing them like she did with her family, and well, that's just a step I haven't really figured out yet, but I think she has it in her. Even if it may be at a huge risk, it will inevitably be up to Eri and Mirio to make a decision to try. But there's always a possibility Eri has been training more than we know in order to learn how to control this power effectively on someone that may have a cloning quirk, for instance, as that would probably be safe. Someone like Ectoplasm. The one thing that makes me think that this isn't the case though is the fact that her horn has apparently been growing and growing, which would imply, at least to me, that she's not really using any of the energy within her quirk. Otherwise, it wouldn't really be growing at the rate it is. At least that's my view on it, because it just seems like the power is building up. It doesn't really seem to be shrinking or stopping. It's just growing and growing. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you like this. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you think about this topic. Do you believe that Eri will use her quirk on Mirio in time for the war, or do you think it's gonna happen after, before? If it's gonna happen at all, do you think these hints and this pattern actually mean something like I do? Because personally, I don't think patterns exist for no reason, which is why I genuinely believe that this pattern is leading up to something big with Eri's character, especially since, you know, again, it's been talked about a lot that Mirio is gonna get his quirk back, and you know, it's something that I would really like as long as it's really done right and not in some really messy bullshitty way, you know. Anyway, be sure to Detroit smash that like button if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This has been Chaotic Plus, and remember, Toga is waifu, Toga is a laifu.